Are we live? We rolling? Yeah, we're rolling. All right. I hope I'm trying to. I think I fucked with the volume last time. Hello. We should be good. Yeah, volume's better. What's up? Excuse me. Oh yeah. What's up, guys? My hair's all fucking goofed. A couple things I wanted to talk about tonight in general was NHL playoffs, the greatest playoff format series in all of sports. It's the greatest sport playoff. You know, there's no better playoffs than NHL. I'd like to see Florida just go far because the Hawks made Quinville um, just retire, and resign, I should say. Is my video here or not? Why is my video not here? I don't think anyone can see me. What's going on? Huh. Did that change anything? Probably not. What happened? Where am I? I'm gonna I'm gonna end this real quick. Maybe not. Hold on. Remove that. Yeah, remove that. Here we go. Should be the only one. I was there in the beginning. Who's watching? If you're watching, let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me figure this out. I can't see me. Let me check my other phone. Always something, I'll tell you that. Like in my face. Let's get this down a little bit. It doesn't poke me in the eye. Nah, we're good. Cool. All right. So sorry. Anyways, what I want to say is the NHL playoffs. There's nothing like it. It's just people just manhandling each other, scoring goals, jumping into the boards, getting fucking wild. You know, it's great. It's entertaining. It's fantastic. They've said that a bunch of polls have come out, and ratings for the NBA is like at an all-time low. Um, there's a bunch of other things going on. NT football is out. Garbage. Last year was like $3 grand a box and it flopped, or it was like $4 grand on Panini. It was like 36 something. Correct me. I mean, someone will probably have a better number, but it was around $4,000 if you checked out on Panini. After you got off of Panini and you went on secondary or like a shop, they were like 4,500, 5,000 because clearly everything sold out last year, so people raised their prices, all that bullshit. Anyways, long story short, my point is it is not a good product. Sorry, Immaculate's 10 times better. Um, you just it's just not good stuff. Like, I mean, we're gonna have to see this year what they look like, but every year it's just been a disaster. For a while, at least since like 18, I think 17, 18, the nice American flag acetate, stuff like that. Those will always be fan favorites. But those aren't your base autos. So, like, you might get a Justin Herbert auto this year out of like 10, and it's it's the blocker. It's not an acetate. It's not a nice car. They just literally take a fucking blocker and print an image on it. That's stock and go from there. Um, I just I just think this stuff is past its time. NT especially. Flawless is a different ball game. It used to be flawless, and NT was like right here, and flawless to me is just throw it out. Don't even bother. Now Prism, maybe I was wrong on my last video when I said that because they pushed it all back. Because they did push it back again. By the way, it was supposed to come out now in May, and they pushed it back to be with Select Football as well. And I think Prism Baseball. I could be wrong. There's a third product that Panini is releasing on the same day. It's fucking atrocious that they're even doing it and allowed to do it. In my opinion, they took all the NT and decided we're going to release it now. Um, this is like, there's only two reasons. People didn't have their autos in for Prism, which they shoulda, coulda, woulda, and probably did already during draft day, all that kind of shit, or when they had the cards made and they do the signing day. But I keep fucking my hairs like pop and it makes me look like a fucking whatever. Anyways, got too close to the mic. It's either that or they didn't get the autos, like I was saying, or it's something like possibly um they wanted they knew money was tighter in the world, in the hobby, and they figured let's give them the big dogs now. We know people will come back for Prism no matter what. Those that cult following will follow Select after that, and Optic, and then boom. Because if money gets tighter, in 6 months, and just in general, wherever we are in the world, if money gets tighter in 6 months, you can sell Prism, which is a retail of $200, $300 wholesale. You can sell that for 6, 7, 800 and get it to sell. Whereas if it's like whatever 5 or 600 for National Treasures and Flawless, you're gonna 5x that money on release regardless, and they want to get as much as they can, in my opinion. So they're like, all right, if we just put the big guns out first, there's still more money circulating right now in the hobby and other places that people will risk on a higher end product now. Right now, they will. Tax season's now, people get returns. Let's get the big ones out first. Let's release that, and then we'll see what happens with the market. And we'll go from there because you're still going to have people go bonkers over Prism. You're going to have Prism retail and all that kind of shit too. So, like, at the end of the day, so I always wear a hat, they're going to make their money now. And the shops, everybody else, are going to be able to make their money now. And then they're going to go from there. But yeah, that's my opinion now. Before I always thought it was just about the cash grab, which I'm still right, 100%. I'm not gonna even consider other people's opinions. Like if the guy from fucking the head of the company came to me and said, "Well," I would still fucking believe he's lying. I'm sorry, it's money. If they probably are going to get the bigger ones out now. They're going to get all the money they can for them. They're going to fucking destroy people on it. And then they'll know they get people back for Prism, Optic, and Select. Select kind of fell off. Optic, to me, was always more of my favorite than Prism. But, not for $1,000 plus. No. Sagamare. No. Yeah, Optic I was getting them at $90. Optic in 2019 was $90. I still paid 100. I still paid 2. I still paid 3. I still paid 5. And after that, I stopped. There was absolutely no reason for it to even get to 5, let alone 1,000 or 1,500. And that's why I even stopped shopping around to break it, because it was fucking, it just was dumb. Like, Joe, one of my I ripped a case almost. Well, I mean, I ripped a case, but like, I had a case when I first started breaking. I couldn't fill up a second half case break, and prices, mind you, the Giants were probably $70. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't fill that because we were just based on, it was just like 5 or 6 guys that were into this, and we couldn't fill the rest of the teams. Um, they paid me as well. This wasn't like local, just local. Like, they were, we were on Instagram and PayPal. Like, that's where I already set up a business right away. Had to do it the right way, because I knew I wasn't going to take any profits early, and that was fine as long as we were getting out there and more people were going to be able to find us and get in for cheap. Um, and then it was all on me to shop around for the best prices I could to make it worth my time. Whereas to everybody with allocations, mind you, I had a Panini Direct um, Connect to get, direct, and it got pulled. Got pulled when Zion stuff started popping off. When Prism Blasters were selling for like $40, and in stores they were 20, they were doubling. My shit got pulled. But anyways, the shops were only like $100, whatever. My point is, like, Prism's always gonna have that people ripping it. Less people are likely to rip a box that's 25 or I mean 35, 45, $100 when money is tighter, rather than, oh, I could buy into a break, or I can buy one box of Prism this month versus like once every 2 weeks I can go rip a box. Like, now I can't do that. Or I'm going to wait and save all my money for a more expensive box. But essentially, you're just looking for bounties on things now. If people are buying, like, people aren't going out there and saying, Mac Jones bounty 101 shield auto $500,000. People are not doing that. So, um, those are my takes. Bowman's tomorrow. I'm doing a break. You guys know I'm back to do one. Um, don't get your tits all twisted. I'm just doing one. The boys love it. I think it's a great product. Baseball is emerging. People want to rip it. So we're gonna rip it. And I tried to find. I went to a couple of guys and they wouldn't do. One guy, told me he only got like 2 cases, and he wanted what I was just like, nah. He wanted blowout numbers, and I was just like, why don't I just buy on blowout, where there's probably gonna be a better hit anyways, because they get the better fucking cases, and you've been giving me dog shit. So, anyways, it shipped today. It'll be here tomorrow. We're gonna rip it tomorrow. Um, Little Girl Scout cookie action, and I'm excited to break. I'm excited to do one. I've missed it. I always pay attention to cards, everything going on. Like I said, it's also cheaper to do a hobby case, and then if I throw on a jumbo box just to sweeten the pot a little bit, because every team only had to go up between, like $20, $25 depending on the team value. Knowing that we're adding 3 more autos potentially, whatever, I'm never gonna say that. All right, let's get back to NFT stuff like that. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research and buy your own things. Gutter. I bought a gutter dog when I sold my world. I wanted an OG species, and I couldn't have a cat. So I went here, and the floor was pretty low. It was about where it's at now. It was like 1.48. This was one of them. This, the tiger stripe one. This is kind of like a little skater boy, sneaker kid, like gang. This is kind of like a Supreme, I would call it. You got the football jerseys and stuff like that. Mine is a biker. I got a good deal on him. He's a rank 200, so I don't know what that's going to mean for the future. You're just investing in a team again. So there's some decent ones. These have been on here People have been dropping them to like 1.3 and they're getting swept. They're undervalued, the dogs. A lot more people are talking about using the dog versus having the OG cat. They think that the OG cat's just going to have like the better whatever utilities and stuff like that. So, I mean, again, there's a bunch of different reasons why people want what they want. Um, Anyways, the activity on them, there's been a lot of listings. There's been a pretty decent amount of sales, but there's been a lot of lists. See, you can see here 18 minutes ago, people are just kind of like, this guy probably bought it a little high, a little lower than this, and he's just trying to make a quick like point 0.1, quick like $400. I mean, not a dumb thing. So 6 days ago, I did 135. I knew this one went down on the floor because I wanted a rot. It's my favorite dog breed. So I wanted a rot, and he hit 135, but I already purchased mine, which mine's more rare, and I actually like mine a little bit better. So this person sold it 6 days ago to this person for 1.35 ETH, and this person sold it for 1.45. So they took a loss because they technically lose like 10% of that. So they lost like 1.4. So they literally lost like 0.03 on this deal. So they lost like $90. Um, I look at both sides, USD and that. Like I understand ETH is different, and I agree. But as long as you get some ETH and moving into something else, that's kind of like some things that I'll do. Recently, I've been kind of just not like. I mean, impatience has grown to be like the space. People want it now. They want to see the fucking shit moving. I understand. Again, you're storing, like I was taught, you're just storing ETH into something. So instead of watching ETH go up and down, probably will go down here soon, I believe. Um, you're just kind of like, all right, I got half a ETH. I'm going to put it into something, and you're storing it right in art, like you would store money USD in sports cards, like you would store money in gold. That's what they're doing here with ETH and stuff like that. Now, yes, the point is to be able to accumulate as much ETH as you can for that bounce back when it goes up to $4,000 or $5,000, and you have just, if you have 10 ETH, you made 10 grand. It'll go up probably. I mean, I could see ETH unless we start pulling away from Ethereum and going back to layer two more heavy, like Magic and stuff like that, which I think we will. Metis. You look at the fact that like ETH has its cult following. ETH is the number two right now to Bitcoin technically. I don't think it's going anywhere. I call it the silver to the gold. That's fine. There's going to be other guys that are going to make bigger plays. No, not Solana. No, not Axie. To me, actually, Axie's not bad. But those are bigger like gaming branches too. You got to relate yourself with. So Arbitron Network, they come out with their own token. If they do, I'll probably get airdropped it. Knock on wood, because I bridge so much ETH over to Magic, and you need Arbitron. So there's no token there. So technically, like the layer twos are just like sleeping giants. Someone's gonna be a big fucking emerger in layer two. It has to. If you guys aren't in Cardano, I'm just sorry. Like that was the word. I don't even know why you're thinking buying it. I literally bought Cardano last like December when it was like 68 cents or 70 cents. I think it was December, and then Vegas Dave started talking about it, and people fucking went crazy, and it hit like $1.38. I think I cashed all mine out at, and then I rebought again. So, anyways, long story short on this guy, he's just trying to make a quick flip. This is a very undervalued NFT, in my humble opinion. This is not financial advice, but I'm a big fan. I like the artwork too. It's cool. It's simple. This is where my gutter clone is. It's currently up for sale, my gutter clone. I mean, I got the dog, so like I can use a little liquidity for other things right now, and I wanted an OG, so my goal was to be able to keep the gutter cat clone. Maybe someone would give me an offer for it, and then I could take that profit and that past investment and put it into something new with a little bit of new money if I had it. So that was my goal, and I ended up selling the world before I wanted to. Theoretically, yes, I'd love to still have it, but I was in it for so much, and I was just like, I have a weird feeling about it. And I listed it. I made money, and then someone actually had for just like point two. It was at 8. and I just sold mine for close to 8, and actually it was like just under 8 ETH. So I bought um the 8 ETH play, which was a rank 4,000, and then I sold that for a couple of ETH more when stuff started going up again, like 2 days later. And I didn't want to, but I just had another feeling. We had this kind of rumor news situation coming, and then the other side came. So I was like, I'll just list it, and someone bought it, and I made more ETH on that. So then I profited from those two sales, and then I was finally able to get myself into a gutter dog. I do like the dogs better than the cats. I think the cat clone that I have is cooler than some of the most of the OG cats. I'm not gonna lie, but OGs are OGs. To me, the mutant apes look a lot better than board apes because I like the fucking artwork on it. All right, so anyways, here you go. Someone just listed. Oh no, sorry. So yeah, it's a very thin floor too. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, right? About 20. 20 until 2 ETH, give or take. People are listing, like I said. People are buying though. There's only 900 that aren't owned by like a different person, and there's 300 for sale. That means more people are holding on to like 2 or 3 at least, like, X amount was at 600 worth. So someone's holding 4, someone's holding 20, someone's holding 25 because they think it's going to be huge. If you got volume, that's what matters. Like, people are buying better dogs too. They're not buying the floor. So people are impatient. They're waiting for this news to come out or that to come out, and they're getting impatient, so they're just listing them lower and lower, and then whales are coming up, or people with the liquidity, or people that can finally afford one are just coming in and buying the floor because they just want to be in it like I did. Mine was close to the floor. Right now, I could probably list it and do pretty decent on the return, but I don't want to list it. I like mine. I mean, it's the background of my phone now. I turned into one of them. This one's okay to me. I'll show you guys mine in a minute, but this one's cool. I like the tattoos ones, and it's a gold dog, right? Um, gold, yeah, gold tats. That's a fucking sweet one. And this dude didn't make any money. Like, he lost money, more money than a couple $100. Like, he probably cashed out 3.7 ETH. That's a half a ETH a loss. But anyways, good for Wheelhouse Vault. And I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that one. I don't like the worms. I don't like the dreadlock. They do look like creepy crawlers, like the gummies. But I don't like the the juice. I do like the gold dog. Like, even if he was plain, that's fucking sweet. I was just talking to the guy on here on Twitter. Yeah, he's got looks rare is pretty cool, dude. I go on there usually and look at things. But yeah, that's a fucking dope one. To me, if I had the 5 ETH, would I pay 5? I don't love the pink hoodie. Actually, I kind of do. But if that was a black background, that'd be way tighter. Black tats is fucking sweet. The whites, I mean, all the tat fur to me is the coolest. Um, Let's see where mine's at. Let's see what I got in here. Oh. Let's see how to blur that. Fucked up. But anyways, like, that one's pretty sweet. I think the guy's on there. Yeah, he bought it recently, and he just threw it up stupid because he's like, I mean, look at how undervalued these are. 18 ETH that guy's at. This one sold recently, maybe. Or no, he's never. No, Wheelhouse has it. He's never. It's been transferred. It's either private sales or that's the same mint, and he's got a couple wallets and hard drives. He ain't ever selling that one. That's like a fucking 101. The eyes are rare, gold earring, chain around his neck, no clothes, straight tatted. Wonders list. There you go, right there. Does my guy have this? That one's got the hoodie on. I don't know. I'm a fan of this artwork and shit. I think it's cool. No, he probably has an offer though. He has a couple offers. That one's sweet. The MJ. Anyways, like you can't buy it. It's priceless. This guy does it. He's like, dude, I fucking either bought it or minted it whenever I go. I'm never selling this, and people are coming into the space and they're like, dude, I want a gutter dog, and they find this and they have stupid amounts of ETH and they just think, all right, I'm offering 50. I'm willing to pay 50. If I had 100 ETH and it was all profit, I would offer him 50 ETH right now. It sounds stupid, but that's like a huge sale. The guy would have to take that. And if he said no, I mean, even if you offer 20 and it's never accepted, you go to 30, never accepted. Maybe you go to 35, you play with this guy and be like, where are we at? And if he ever wants to sell it, he sells it. If he doesn't, then, well, sorry, you don't get it. Let's see what NFT worlds are doing right now. Avatars are tomorrow. I'll talk about that in a minute. Kind of made me mad, and I'm glad that I kind of got out of it. Well, that's pretty fucking sweet, whatever this is. He's like making it in his own. He's just got a bunch of gutters. He is fully invested in this team. He is ready for it to fucking rock. I don't blame him. Wait. Is this who I think it is? I might know who this is. If it's who I think it is, he, as long as Gutter pans out, this guy can literally buy the New York Jets in front of Gary V's face and wipe his ass with Gary's fucking chin. Like that. If this stuff goes to the Bored Ape plan, and if they keep fucking moving forward the way they have been, Gutter, this play is maybe the biggest play in the space since like Moonbirds and all this other shit. Now, my other one now is Ragnarok. Me and Mike tried. I told you guys we failed on this, man. I actually bought it. It got really low because people were like, I mean, it was the same. I was saying the same shit. The first day, this stuff almost hit 3 ETH. If we minted at 0.77, I would have put it up for 2.5, and whatever sold. Now, I would have kept one, and then I would have rebought where I bought in my other one and just taken those profits. This way, I'm in it almost scot-free. This fucking thing was down to 2, and it was getting lower, and it got to 1.9, and I wanted 1.8, and I was just like, oh, we're gonna hit like the 1.5 because I sold that world, and I didn't have the gutter juice yet, so I'm like, or the gutter cologne, so I'm like, all right, here we go. 1.7, I was just waiting for a buy now. Hit 1.8, never hit 1.7. I hit 1.76 or something like that. And I'm like, oh, we're almost there. And then boom, swept. Someone bought a bunch. Boom, boom, boom. One wallet bought like 2. Another wallet bought like 3. Another. I'm like, holy, people were just coming in because they were starting to realize what this was and how the mint was 0.77. Like, it's got a huge following. Azuki might get blown out of the water by this if they keep developing the way they are. We got Reveal coming. All that crazy shit's all coming up. There's only X amount of Ronins, like I was saying before, so like those guys can quest, other ones can't. This is like a real fucking community already built, and then they were like, let's launch the NFT. Let's not fuck around. So, dude, crazy. As you can see, there's 282 items listed at the current moment. They are all half halfway listed. So like people own multiples because they know this shit's gonna be in demand. It's gonna be huge. This is the demo. I'll show it in a second. 12K volume traded in less than a week. My entry was still pretty decent. I'm just waiting. There's different offers. Like people know what's going on with these serial numbers. They have to be because some people will buy more expensive ones. Someone's offered me more than the floor before, so I'm kind of like, all right, what the fuck is going on? I don't really realize it, but I think that's what's happening. Here you go. Look how many sales. 2.7. I think it hit 2.9 earlier this morning or yesterday morning. A lot of Bored Ape people are like, holy shit, I'm buying. You can see multiple wallets here, buying. Now, the team said that there was an error with the mint on like 10 people that actually had their wallet addresses that wasn't going, so it wasn't working on the website. So what did the team do? Some fucking real cool shit. They went on here, they swept 10 off the floor. Some people just got to take profits or got out of the project if they were like getting nervous because a lot of people are like just impatient. And there's been people that bought them at 2.7 and it didn't hit 3 ETH like within an hour and they listed and took like a fucking half a ETH loss. Didn't make any sense to me. Chill out. I used to be that way. Like, what's going on every day? Now I'm just like, dude, I bought this. I invested in this. I invested in the team. I believe in this project. Here we go. I'm fucking all in and I'm not buying shit. And if I miss out on other opportunities, it's okay because I know this is going to fucking be something big. I spoke to someone else on the Windy City Cards Instagram. They bought a few of them before he knew that before he knew I made that video saying I just failed the mint that day. And we were talking about it. He's like, yeah, we're buying a few of them, and they got them. So I'm chilling. They're chilling. They've had some really good fucking plays. They have a good portfolio, and good. Keep that shit up. But anyways, what I was saying with this is, like, the demand is crazy. 2.5. It was 2.5. Then I went to 2.8. Then I went to 2.2 something 2.9. I was waiting for it to see if it gets back under where my entry point was because I had the liquidity to buy another. But then I bought the Gutter Dog, which I'm happy with too. The Gutter Dog is around the same price, so can't be mad. And you can't have all your eggs in one basket. If you can have more eggs of each basket, fuck yeah, dude. So anyways, that's that. This is like the game. You go here, you go to play, you walk around and shit, and like this is the demo. So like again, they're building. There's a bunch like look at Bored Ape. They don't even have this. They made a fucking video. They just found someone in LA to make a sweet ass fucking video, and like here, this is the little monkey. Sup, fam? How you doing? Ah, God, how about you, man? Yeah, talk to me later, girl. But anyways, this is some of it. It's very cool. It's got some cool little music going on. You can do quests. That's the whole thing. You get rag, which is the currency, I'm pretty sure. You get to fight monsters and shit like that. Really cool concept. Really good graphics. People like it. And it's got a really big following. Next one here is NFT Worlds. This was my like honeypot. And it's not a honeypot. Excuse me. It is not a honeypot. This is a great project. I meant like this is my precious, that type of shit. And people are dumping right now because they kind of pissed me off yesterday too. They pissed off a lot of people. I was one that kind of brought it to attention. I didn't want to like. I'm not big enough in this space, first off, to create that like FUD to change a whole fucking company, But apparently, a couple guys were upset with me. My buddy was too. I get it, but at the same time, like, man, look at this. Like what's going on? What happened was people. I'll get to this one too. People knew there was a flip play. They pissed me off when they pushed their mint date for the avatars, which is supposed to be the 30th, in my opinion. They didn't want to compete with Yuga. I know it was about gas fees. I understand that, and gas fees went crazy. But Yuga did their shit way later at night, so you could have done it at 8 a.m., Pacific time, whatever. You could have done it that day, but people weren't going to spend the money. Okay? Now, the way they make money is by secondary, so they can hire more people. So for every transaction, they'll get like 1% off OpenSea. So if they do 1 million sales a day, they're going to get 1% of that per day. This helps them clearly live their lives and keep developing wherever they got their funds prior, because a lot of guys like saved up all their money. They've been doing this for like 3 or 4 years, flipped a bunch of crypto, and started their own company, and they're doing great jobs. I love what they're doing. Or arguing them. But that shit pissed me off. And then they fucking say, oh, on Sunday, we're going to drop the Genesis Avatar whitelist pass tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So to me, they saw the other side, a.k.a. Otherdeeds, which we will pull that up next. And I was just like, that's another fucking competition fucking bailout. Like, you just fucking couldn't compete, or I don't know. I understand, like, you got to keep making buzz, but you saw all these little projects getting crushed because they just got so desperate. Come check us out. Dude, you know what's going on today? Like, we don't give a fuck about you. That's what happened with, like, a lot of small projects. Again, I love World. I love NFT Worlds. We'll check their token later. I sold my World. Oh, and then what made me mad was, like, they told people, all right, now it's going to be in 2 hours instead of the day. The second, they just decided on Sunday in 2 hours they're going to airdrop Snapshot, so the volume picked up on NFT Worlds. People started buying it just to get the fucking airdrop. Then because they told us a date and time, then they were like, oh, and then tomorrow, or the Snapshot's going to be tonight. That's what they said, at 9 p.m. or some shit. And I'm like, what are you doing? You guys are organically built. You have a cult fan base. You have a bunch of people that love you. You don't need some other dickhead's fucking permission to go do something good. Like, just play your own game, man. You guys, you made me fucking furious. Because then what happened was a bunch of people went on here, bought all these fucking worlds at like 7.5, 8 ETH when they started dropping from 10. And what happened? They got the Avatar Pass, they fucking got the Snapshot, and they dumped the market. They're all taking losses because they got this fucking thing now, and they didn't. These idiots. Well, I guess kudos to Argon them, because you got all those dumbasses to not realize they had to pay for the fucking mint. They got that. The whitelist pass was free if you held the NFT World. If you sold your NFT World like right today, a bunch of them selling at 6 ETH, and you're just fucking for this. You should have just bought this for half an ETH, you dumbass. Now you just took an even bigger loss, and you're just risking less money. I guess you're risking more money because you took a loss. So instead of risking the 1 ETH you could have bought it for and just sat on it, you risked 7.5 to 8 ETH. You took a loss now at 6 just to make 1 ETH. You lost at least half to a full ETH. You lost almost $4,000. Like, between $2,000 and $4,000, you're gonna lose. Dumb. But anyways, I bought one right away. I tried to get one at 0.38, 0.389, blah, blah, blah. The market was flooding with them over here, and I was like, holy shit. And gas wasn't bad. It was like 2 a.m. my time, and see, this guy's got multiples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I don't know if he bought them or he got airdropped them all. This guy probably got airdropped them all. It's coming out of one wallet. He's selling them all as one. So, like, as a bundle, those. Like, those are guys with multiples. So they're like, I'm just going to make all the ETH back right now I can. Once it picks up, people want them into. I think this is the better play, in my opinion, because this is for the public to get in cheaper, and you don't have to like create a metaverse. You have a one-of-one NFT World Genesis avatar when you mint this for 0.4 tomorrow, and the whole point is, like, this is like buying a credit ATM in a cash-only business, and you own the ATM and the cash-only business. So it's just more money in your pocket per transaction. So you're going to get 50% of the NFT World's marketplace transactions. So if there's 500 million world being spent a day, you're getting 50%, and now there's 1,500, so you got to do the math. you're getting a 15th of 50%. But even so, if that's $100 a day, that's literally $100 a day to hold this thing. It will pay for itself in what, 140 days? In 1 year, this would be paid off completely, if not by more, because you're also getting world. So a world goes up, that means your profits going up. So it could be paid off in 146 days. It could be paid off in 60 days. It could be whatever. They're still fucking building. I still love the team. I still think they're the best in the metaverse currently. I do have a couple other plays, though, that I see are gaining some momentum, and they're not built off Minecraft per se. But when Minecraft gets on this, it's fucking over. Like, there's going to be more people on here, and it's going to be Minecraft. So when that happens, and world is going to probably go catastrophic on us. It's probably really 0.13, 0.14. It's only dumping because everything's really tanking right now. It's huge, man. This is bigger than Sandbox technically. Like, it is bigger. It is 100% bigger. It's already been almost at Sandbox's level, what currently is Sandbox prices. It's been close to that. And Sandbox has already been, well over $2. So again, if you have that NFT world, you're gaining passive income by staking it right now, by earning world. The more rare, the better, blah, blah, blah. I just didn't have that liquidity anymore to be like really tied up in it. And I just had a weird feeling with the market with the other side coming out. But it is up overall since it's ever been out. And we usually hit like 12. That's like usually the bottom is 12. Low was recently 13, but we hit 12 like a week ago when people literally were dumping everything. Tokens, everything, just so they can try and get the other side. So Otherdeeds, here you go. It was a big it sucked. People hate this. People fucking hate what they did, and it is shame on them for doing what they did. These fucking cocksuckers, man. I can't believe the gas wars. Oh, we just need to make our own blockchain. We know what you were doing, you fucks. You just wanted to announce this shit and blame ETH. Crash, Ether scan, all this. You knew this shit was going to go on. People are so mad. Now listen, people are still buying. And at this a moment in time, if you want a part of Bored Ape Yacht Club, anything, this is, to me, a decent play. Why is he not taking this offer? I want this. He's taking a huge loss. This is a rare world. He's got no artifact, though. Like, we don't know what's happening, so, like, this market could go fucking bonkers any minute just based off of one thing, and that's the speculation that, like, what if it has no artifact? What if that's the most rich land with artifacts? That's where you find the artifacts. Just because your land has, like, your coda or whatever has an artifact, maybe that's a fucking lost one in the other side. I'm just saying, like, we don't know anything about it other than it came out and they just fucking manipulated the whole system, which is people are pissed off about it, and I understand. And if you hold one of these, you're going to get airdropped a second one in August. So, I mean, if that one sells for 1 to 3 ETH again, you literally just made your money back. Like, you got one. You doubled your money. You're going to get two regardless if you own. So, like, if you own, like, I was thinking about if I had the ETH right now, if I had 3 ETH and these were 3, I would probably buy. Not financial advice, but I would probably buy. Like, this one's got to be rare. And they keep dropping. Like, people are like, dude, just drop. And I agree because I want one myself. See, this guy minted them. So he might have minted 2, and he's selling 1 now. And this covers his whole investment in the mint, so that's probably why he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to dump. Kudos to you. Good for you, whatever, you know. I do like this shit. Dower, I don't even check this anymore because it's like a long, maybe turn play, yeah. They were at like 0.3 the other day, but there were only like 800 listed out of 10,000. There's 1,100 listed, so people are kind of listing right now. But look at the jump, 0.2 to 0.23 in 4. So like, or 5, and then it goes to 0.24. So look at the last one did 0.68. Like mine's up there too. Mine's like a half a ETH play, and that was profits from something else. So I'm kind of like, I just tied up the ETH. That's my theory on it. That's where I'm sticking by. Like this one's got to be kind of rare. It's kind of a cool looking one. But again, these are eggs. These are tradable, or I mean, collectibles for artists. I've shown you guys before. Like even my Frankenpunk that I've shown people, that was like one of my first ever NFTs. It was cheap. Not this cheap though. I'm down like 0.2. It was cheap when I got it because they sold out at like half a ETH or something like that, really high. And then they started dumping. But like people, there's 660 listed. There's a bunch of people that are buying these now. So if that number decreases and the demand increases, then there's no reason I shouldn't be able to get back around where we were. And if there's 4.9 not on the market, anyways, looking the last year, like I think I was, yeah, I was like here. I was like right before the invasion, or maybe right. It might have been like right here. Might have been the beginning of January. I definitely got one off the floor because I wasn't about to go spend a stupid amount of money and something I didn't really know anything about. But the good news is they do. See, this one sold for 1 ETH. This is the alien one. Fuck that. Oh no, that's not. It's a different one. Frankie Fam Legendary. So it sold for 1 ETH. It's like a 101. It's like buying a 101 of Aaron Gordon. Someone might like that. Someone might pay him more. They now are building on NFT Worlds. It was announced like a month ago. So huge for me because I'm going to earn passive income from it regardless. So now I can make some money back on the investment regardless of how much it is on the world. It's something. It's better than nothing. And again, I just stored some ETH into something that hopefully it will just come back and more people like it. They're cool artwork. I mean, this one is the one that went crazy, the main one, and he comes as like a pickle, like sometimes too. So that one sold for stupid money. I forgot who bought it. Someone big in the space bought it, and then that's why this stuff popped off. And then mine actually increased in value, and then they like went MIA. A couple of the rugs were going on too at the time. But anyways, those are some of the things I'm looking at here. NFT Worlds Ape. I said I was dumping at 23 to $25. I dumped at 23, 24, 26 and change, and then I dumped all of it at like $19.86. The last 100 tokens. So my last like $1,800 worth of ApeCoin, I got my money back out and I profited on the rest. So that's why I bought the gutter dog, because I had the liquidity from that. I took some money into my actual bank because times are a little bit, I mean, it's not tough, but I just haven't been bringing really anything in on flips. I just keep spending the flip, because I did a couple of them and I did pretty good at them, like day trading these NFTs, and I made like a couple $1,000. And my dumbass decided it was going to be a good thing to put it into another NFT and just keep me at the table, Daddy. Daddy needs to eat, but that was my fault. I was like, yeah, I can't just keep taking money out of the bank. I gotta like put money in the bank somehow. So I sold the ape, took the profits, sitting there. I do have the ETH. I could grab like a Otherdeeds. It's Tuesday, May 3rd. May 4th or 5th is the Fed meeting this next quarter. Quarter two's here. Fed meeting's coming. A lot of shit's been dumping for that reason too. People are getting fucking worried. if they already raise the rates. Let's just put that out there. It's already up 15%. They're just going to do it in increments. Like 15% has been announced since fucking January, whatever. And people are just realizing that they're just doing it slowly. Oh my God, now this is oh, now that's oh, now that's oh. It's like, dude, it's going to all just keep coming up. It's easier for people to be able to prolong that issue if they just like, if they threw 15% or so, 12, 15 on the people to pay when they weren't paying even like, let's be real, it's like, if anything, it's like 25%. Like 3 years ago, you could do almost anything on $35,000 to $40,000 a year. People weren't even complaining. You can afford to live on that fucking money. And recently it's been worse. So they know if we decide we're going to dump 15% on everybody come April, nobody would have been spending the economy would have been shit already. And people would lose jobs because they're not spending money. So they have to do it slowly and over time so people can get accommodated to what's happening and realize where they're spending and what they're spending it on. There's a lot of new money from NFT stuff in space, but they're keeping it in cold storages. I understand how risky that is, but at the same time, like, you don't know what's happening with banks. People just paid taxes. Now they're trying to like recover from whatever they had to, stuff like that. So my point is, like, a lot of this negative returns usually happens in May because that's quarter two and what they're trying to do for quarter three. May's always like pretty much like that. June and July are like more like that. More people are out, more people are doing shit, more people are spending money. There's more events going on late quarter two, quarter three. And then quarter four is when all the delivery comes. Like quarter two is that in between time for everything to where, like, you got, come in quarter one, like NFT drop, January, February, like there's one every other week or month, and people are boom, flip, or buy and invest and watch go up and shit like that. First quarters are usually better, and then like the end of the year, they gotta fucking tie it up. It's like it's like finishing a movie or a comedy set. You gotta circle back to what got you there. And quarter four will probably be huge. I have this Gamium. Tim told me about it. I bought it. I think I threw in like $80, and the thing went fucking bonkers. Let's see, in the 3-month range, it was April. Yep, it was right here. I have the text, I think. It was the 30th or 1st. It was right here. What the fuck? I was in California, actually. So, yeah, it was when I was there for my birthday. Right when I got out there, boom. It might have actually... No. It might have been the 1st. I have to look. Anyways, he told me about it, and it went boom. I'm like, whoa. What's going on here? Gaming token, metaverse, big one. And then all of a sudden, I just saw this, and I'm like, oh, whoa. Do you understand this gain? If I put in like $500-$600, that would have been like, what, a 10, 2, 3x? It went to a cent. It 10x'd. I would have had 500 would have got me 5,000. I put in $80 or so, and it was up to like $500 or $600, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Should I buy more? And then there was a big announcement, and then a dump off, and people are selling now because of that, because they're selling the hype. But this is why I haven't sold. Like, you look at the all-time, we're on that dip, and the next time it pops, it should probably hit like 2 or 3 cents. In my opinion, I don't know for sure, but GMM is... Did you see this? People are loving it. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, people are understanding what's going on. I'm probably scanning nothing but Mr. Beast. $2023. All right, well, I put it in there so you never know what's going to happen. I'm not going to invest a crazy big bag. Like I said, I actually might throw in because I took profits out on this. I took $100 in profit out because I wanted to take, because again, I haven't been taking profits. I've just been like rolling them in other things. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take this out. And then I did DKS yesterday. I took out another $150 and I only had 300 involved in this. My bag was up to like $700-800, so I took out 150. That was like half of what I put in here. I've been holding on to this for a fucking while. I think since like January. Yeah, I've been in the red on this one, and then it went crazy. But yeah, I was over here. I put in like nothing. Someone talked about it on some Twitter thing, some Twitter space, and then boom. I was like, whoa, 10 cents? Are you kidding? That's huge. From three, not even a penny, 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 penny. 418 to hit a penny. I literally bought it over here. I could have stupid money. Big scam, rug pull coming soon with the announcement. DKS scam. Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna promote this. I know exactly where I found this, and I'm probably selling right now. I know who showed me this. I'm not kidding. I'm selling this right now. Fucking hate that guy. I used to follow him once in a while, and he just pumps his own shit, kind of like the other guy. So I'm gonna take some profits out. I took half of my investment out. I might as well take my full investment out, and then I can sell it. No. Withdraw. Nope. Sell. Market. And sold. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep 2,500 or 1,500 tokens. Yeah, I'm gonna keep 1,500 tokens. So I have almost so I 2x my money. That's cool. Not like there was a lot. Again, it was a small investment. I didn't know too much about it, and then that guy that showed me it, I remember that he pumps his own shit. He's got his own YouTube. He's got a lot of followers. I don't know what's going on here. I have it. I'm just not gonna sell it. I mean, I don't put in like thousands. So if I put in maybe like $200 into this, I definitely took profits on algo over $1. I think I said before in a video, but I definitely took some profits and I just move on from it. But Ape, again, I moved all of it. I took my fucking, I made enough to go buy that gunner, put some money in the bank finally, and then, yeah. Anyways, I just want to come on. The market's probably going to look a little fucking weird for the next couple weeks here, but people are building. Quarter two is a big, oh, I got to see something. Um, it's a big quarter. Like this is when people are like, "Hey, quarter two, quarter three is when we're fucking on, baby." Like that's when the game comes out or this comes out. I want to see this fucking douchers pass Because he's got his thing coming out, and someone was like, "This might be a play." Just letting you know. And I'm like, it might be or it is. VCon tickets. It was point like 2.8. They've been like 0.28, 0.25 for a while. So, anywho, people are trying to go. Like, it's Gary V's thing. They were 0.25 earlier. I'm telling you. 0.26. The one I was looking at was the floor. It's probably the best one. So, I don't know. Could be a could. Yeah, 0.25. This is where I was looking earlier. Might be the one. No, that's not it. But anyways, people, this is coming up at the end of the month. It gets you to go to his thing. It gets you to meet with people. It gets collaborative experiences and shit like that. So pretty much, it's a yes man thing. This guy's gonna make a fuckload of money off it though. But you could see the volume at one point was 1, and then it's a low risk, high reward. Actually, it's kind of a high risk too. Like 0.28 to me is a high risk. Like if it was 0.15, I'd buy it. But I gotta rely on someone that wants to go meet Gary and see what the fucking thing's about come 2 weeks. So, anyways, either I take a loss and try it or not. See, this one's a minute. This one's in Minnesota. I don't know. You do your own research, make your own decisions. Breaking tomorrow. Later.